All right. I've started a new live stream. Let me, I don't know where the link is. Okay, that's the new live stream. It should be showing up now. You're gonna, oh, you're on it.
I don't know, is that it? I can't tell if that's, no, that's the old one, 750.
Oh, okay, so get back out, go back out of that. All right, we're here. No one on watching yet. Just go back to YouTube and figure out where that one's gone. Oh, I can't believe that. I can't find it, but I will.
I can't find a new link.
All right, let's find the new link and get on the live stream so I can send it out to the old live stream. Gosh, I don't know why I'm having these problems with this.
Probably
Take two, there it is, live. Okay, and I need to share that. Share, copy, go away. And go away. And share the link. There we go. Okay, let's get back to this. Got one viewer back on. Let's get that new link in there and
Surge.
so far so good.
2 watching.
Take 2. Yeah, you're one of them.
Aren't you lucky?
All right. So we're back on live now. We've got 2 people watching. We're just going to have to start again. Well, not start again, but we'll get into it. So welcome back to the live stream. We can basically take 2 and just get rid of all the faff that I talked about for the last 5 minutes, 8 minutes. I'm not sure why the stream stopped. Maybe I'm out of practice or maybe I'm out of practice. I'm not sure. But anyway, we're back. So it's 2023 season, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
David's on his way.
I think David is on his way over here, actually. And Mina says, so we got Sergey, so far so good. And mine, let's go, Rudu. Where is Rudu?
Rudu's crying.
This is Rudu's crying. This is one of the nicknames for my daughter. So the good, the bad, and the ugly was the good started out with our guests. We were so stoked with our guests being from all over, and we had a lot of fun people, a lot of diversity and new. We had from the US, we had Australia, New Zealand, we had Hong Kong, we had
Wales,
Ireland, and Scotland, and Wales.
Yeah.
Someone from the UAE, well, who lives in the UAE, they're not from the UAE, came through. Yeah. We had a good mix of diversity. Oh, and from the Netherlands as well. So there was a lot of really, really cool guests. We loved that. It was a lot of fun, which is really cool. One of the new things that happened, of course, is Raukura, my little, I'm not talking about you, our little daughter, Mahi and I are very, very, very proud, came along, and this is kind of links into a little bit of the bad, but so much more good than bad was we spent a lot of time away from her. We had 6 premium tours plus 2 flotilla weeks. There's 8 weeks that Mahina and I were away from her. Me, myself, more again, because I was out for another 8 weeks on top of that, so 16 weeks away. So that was a bit of a bad for me, but at the same time, it was just necessary because that was life. But we're excited. Part of the good, the very exciting good, is that Rose adoption may just be done almost. I don't want to jinx it by saying it, but basically it sounds like we're going to we're almost there. We've said it's going to go to the judge. So that's really, really good news for us. So very excited about that. Still only got 5 people watching, so I don't know if that link's got around yet, but that's okay. We'll get there. So that's part of the good. Another part of the good was excited, and I added excited to my notes.
Cool.
So the good, the bad, the ugly, and the excited, because I've got something I am very excited about, and I'm going to announce that, so you have to stay till the end or until I screw up the live stream again. We're going to announce that, and you could be in to win something very, 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 very scary for me, cool for you. So that's the exciting, but part of the good was new services. So
I think that was a big plus for us.
The new services was a game changer for 44 Degree Sailing, for us, for the way we're working here, because if you know anything about the way we did our premium tours, we cut the premium tours down. Raukura, you are going to get destroyed by that cat. Or did you just get destroyed by that cat? I think you might have. Thanks, Blair. We cut our premium tours down to only 6 weeks, from working full seasons, working everything, as many bookings as we could grab. We cut our premium tours down to only 6 weeks. And what we have inadvertently, kind of by accident / design, did was created these new services, which were in the form of a full bareboat charter concierge service, including.
Well, it didn't actually start.
Well, it
that
didn't
way.
start
So
like that.
that's
This
the
is what it
key.
is now.
Yeah. So the good thing was that we started with this concept, and it's just growing and growing and growing and become really popular.
That's the one. That's the one. So this concierge service turned into an incredibly popular itinerary planning service where we build an itinerary plan with you online. You spend an hour and a half or an hour to an hour and a half on a call with me on a Zoom. I'm going to share my screen and I build you a map and a route over the 7 days based on what you are looking for, what your crew is after. What was that? Team's just over here eating biscuits. What you are after and everything that your team is looking to go and do on that charter. So you get a personalized itinerary plan. You could end up going to, you know, a lot of the spots that maybe you would have chosen yourself, but you'll get a lot more information about it and understand when and where you want to go there. So then you can build out your trip and
And then
really
it goes
enjoy
from
it.
your map, and we create a bigger guide
Yes.
for your week,
get
and
a
we
full
put in
PDF, yep.
everything in this PDF of where to shop, the doctors, the chemists, the
Contact information.
bakeries,
where
all
the fresh markets are. So if you're
what restaurants we
reprovisioning,
recommend,
that's it. That's
and
it.
all of those things in it. So you get your map to follow, and you get this for more detail.
That's it.
For when you go around.
And then what
And
was
that's what we thought was.
That's what we thought was the one. But then it went bigger because we upgraded to a system we call Bareboat Assist. Now this Bareboat Assist was born out of when I've taught people to sail and I've trained them over here. And once they've done a trip with us, I said, right, well then you can do this follow trip where you're going to follow our boat around, and I'll only take one of these. But then what I ended up doing with someone, because he says, look, I'm coming, you know, I couldn't be there, he couldn't follow my boat. But I said, look, okay, well, have my number, and look, I'll figure out what to charge you, whatever. And you'll have my number, and we'll talk throughout the week. And if you have any questions, you can ask me. If you're not sure what the weather's doing, or if this is a decision that you can call on us. So Bareboat Assist was developed in the sense that you can have a local guide, instructor, weather watcher, team, reference to restaurants, everything. So you've got the whole team at your
The key
disposal
was
24/7. And bookings, and places where I can get you a booking or organise you a booking into a port that you maybe wouldn't be able to get yourself. That was the key. So Bareboat Assist went so well this year, and I think the key to that was really shown on one of our guests who's just done a 2-week charter with Bareboat Assist and itinerary planning. And this person, this was actually Graham, and he's a sailor, he's a teacher.
He's not new to Croatia.
He's not new to Croatia.
Yeah.
But what he got out of this was this support and a takeaway of how much thinking he had to do throughout that 2 weeks, and then be able to tap into all the local knowledge that I have and the contacts that I've got as well on the islands. So that was big. That was really, really big. So
And that's going to be a key to where we go next.
yeah, so this Bareboat Assist and everything is gonna go further. So that was a great part of the season for us. And the feedback was great. People loved it. So you can check out our Google reviews from the season and everything, because we had a lot of good feedback from that, and I'm going to keep going on it. It kind of dropped off in our viewers, I think, because we lost that live stream. But whoever's still there, let us know. I saw Sergey.
Maybe share it on
Sergey's there.
Facebook, Bub.
Yeah, and if anyone else wants to share the link to say, hey, we're live again, please go. But that's all right, people can watch the replay. And if you haven't liked the video yet, hit like on that. Sorry, we're second time around late on this one. What does that say? Back in business. That's right. Yeah. We talked about this before the stream. We said, what is the goods? It felt like we were back in business this year. Yeah. Like not just sort of
playing catch up
and doing these odd jobs and taking last minute bookings. We were booked and sorted from March, and now we're taking bookings for next year. Now we're 50% booked for next year already, and it feels like we're back in business, which is great. So yeah, that's what I got there. Are there any comments there that I've missed that haven't come up?
It's like a question is what was good for other people.
Yeah, so I really want to know what was good for you in the season. Now, on the last stream, I had a message there from Lovro. I'm not sure if Lovro's watching the new stream, but he said first time he'd worked in the charter business as a boat cleaner. I'd love to hear more about that. You know, so how was it for you? Are you wanting to come back? You wanted to do it again? Which base were you at? I'm curious. And which boats are the best to clean?
And I think that's been another good for you.
For
and
me.
For us. Well, we've met a lot of more locals. Because of COVID, we kind of got a bit isolated.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But we've kind of met again, like with your skippers, the people in the marinas. We're reconnecting again. I think that's part of being back in business.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking on that, and I've got a lot more local. And he just can't stay away. Here he is, reunited, because David's here for the flotilla, of course. There he is, David Llewellyn, the smallest member of our team after Roe.
Oh, look, and he's got a seat at the table. Can you make David?
Oh, I'm starting. I'll start over here. How are you? How are you?
David's just arrived.
You have to watch out for one of my upcoming vlogs. Nick, David, and the SRB.
The S stands for shitty.
The S does stand for shitty. And the R stands for Russian, and the B stands for boat. So look out for that vlog. Anyway, back in business, absolutely. And of course, we've got our Sharpen Up Flotilla. I'm wearing the new t-shirt here. Let me turn around because I haven't got all my bits and pieces lined up. Here's the new, can you read that? Is that on? There we go. Yep. Sharpen Up 45D. We're going to be giving those out tonight because we've got dinner tonight at Flanker down here in Trogia for the Sharpen Up. Sharpen Up Flotilla starting tomorrow. Really excited about that. So
after your lemon.
let's look at the bad. Let's look at the bad. Weird weather. And I struggled to actually have bad on this, but the bad essentially was we had a lot of weird weather this season, which wasn't bad because it was rough or windy or anything like that. We love that, but it was very hard to define, and it was uncertain to plan for. Oh,
and
really?
it caught a lot of people off guard in different places.
It did catch a lot of people off guard, and it was cheers. Hang on, I'll get my shot around there for the cheers. Hang on, cheers. Hey, there we go. Cheers, Rudu.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th. That's true. I was born on Friday the 13th, believe it or not, but not today. Quiet in the cheap seats. Gosh.
You invited him.
I've never seen so many 45D t-shirts being worn at one time.
You see me in the summer.
Yeah, I did.
That's only one t-shirt.
That was another thing that's not even on the list, is David went to Greece for 3 months. Solo sailing. He wasn't solo the whole time, but I mean,
Most
basically
of the
was
time,
solo sailing the whole way. And all he did was wear 5 45D t-shirts all the time.
On as well, please.
Yeah. Well, well, I didn't see that in the photos.
Yeah,
Anyway, so that's cool. So this uncertain weather made it very hard to help out people as well, because of course you book for one thing, and I mean this affected. I mean, when I say this affected everyone, it affected a lot of people, but it affected me. Like I
on our premium
things,
tours.
Yeah, on our premium tours, days when I'm like, right, I've got a bad. I'll come up with it in a second. That was a bad and an ugly. That's coming up. So we would plan to be in certain anchorages because the weather, like the forecast, all the models, all the reasons that I do it, each week. And then we'd get a 180 switch, and all of a sudden I had a messy anchorage, or all of a sudden I had a shift at midnight. I had to shift at least 5 times during this season in the middle of the night, or I chose to, or whatever. Maybe I didn't have to, but to be comfortable. So there was just a lot of weird patterns, weird weather going on, and it was tough. What's that one say? Hi. To get bust scheme, I got to work on.
Oh my goodness!
I've got to
best service.
To get the best service. Yes,
service.
So it was really hard for us to. I mean, we gave our best service. Always try and give our best service we can, but it was hard to do that with this weather throwing through. And I mean, I'll be completely honest. I had one bareboat assist client where I'd made a booking for them in a certain port, and they were on the way around there. It all seemed good, but then it was one of those days where the forecast was scaring people and no one left. So they can't kick people out of the port. It wasn't a private marina. No one left, and they ended up effectively not stranded. You're on a boat, it's fine. But they ended up having to anchor out. And that was just a frustration for me because I want to be able to give that. I want to be able to make sure, and I just got it wrong. And there wasn't a spot, and there should have been a spot, but something happened, whatever. I got it wrong.
But I think that's had a lot of people that not being able to go into, say, Stardigrad.
There was 250 boats that got it wrong.
Yeah, because everyone stayed, and we don't usually have that in summer.
Yeah, so that was what was, I'm putting into the bad column, but we learned a lot of lessons, which I like too. A few more people are arriving, so please tell us, throw us in the comments. Haven't a comment in ages. Someone throw a comment down. all my top commenters are sitting here drinking gin.
Not even listening.
Sidebar conversation.
These two usually blooming. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah, shut up, you two. But everyone's here for the flotilla, so this is great.
Okay, so then
Flotilla.
question whether good, bad, or ugly was prices over the season, because a lot
okay.
of conversation around prices.
There was a lot of conversation. Okay, so you tell us what you think if you were here in Croatia. Good, bad, and the ugly over the prices, because we noticed, I mean, there's a definite hike in marina prices. Did gin prices go up? Not even listening, he's playing Marudu. He's too busy schmoozing, baby girl. Look at him, look at him.
20 years ago.
Oh my God. What can I throw at him? Anyway. So prices, yeah, I'd love to hear about that, what you guys thought about the prices, because things got more expensive. I do think Croatia on accommodation went mental, like through the roof. Boats got more expensive, of course, as well. Ports, a little bit. Private, artsy, ACI Marina went through the roof. Places like Parmigiana, I stayed Parmigiana one night in peak season, it was 196 euros for a 55-foot boat. It was crazy. So prices
But then
definitely
you also
in on
said
the
about
up.
Maslenica.
But yeah, but-
Bavaria's been delivered over Castella.
No, I haven't. Shush, I'm on the thing.
Think about why it's expensive. Yeah.
Oh, a new Bavaria.
Half a dozen new Bavarias.
Half a dozen new Bavarias delivered to Castella. Okay.
Yeah.
You've
Wow,
paid for
Bavaria
out of this
46s.
year.
Yeah, absolutely paid for out of this year. So prices were a bit of a full on there. So what we had on my bad and my ugly. I came back from a week. I'd done 4 or 5 weeks straight. And then I came back and then I had some time at home. And Mahina and I had a meal on Wednesday or Thursday night. And I got food, Mahina got food poisoning, and then I got food poisoning, and I had to go out on the yacht on one of my skipper weeks on the Saturday, and I hadn't slept all Friday night, and it was, what was the one that's not contagious? It was the non-contagious one.
You just said
I got food poisoning. I got food
It's not
poisoning.
contagious.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But it wasn't the virus.
I don't know
And I got food
contagious
poisoning,
food
and
poisoning.
I had to sail, and then everything just started going wrong. That was one of the nights I also had to shift anchorages in the middle of the night. So that was my bad and ugly, and I just had to push through and do it. And the guests were great; they were really helpful. But at the end of the day, it was on me, and I struggled with that one. But I recovered and had a great week. That was actually the week I was on the 460, and then I reviewed it afterwards. So big shout out to Pat Ash and his team
Yeah, for putting up
with me for that first night, and then recovering me, and then we had a great week. So thank you for that. That was my good, bad, and ugly. Ugly, I've got one up here. And then we're going to get to the excited. I'm very excited about this next thing, so stay for me to faff on through this stuff and hear about the excited thing, how you could win something.
So ugly.
Ugly was what you said to me, and I want to talk to Andrew about this, because she was dealing with a lot of the bareboat charter
Stuff
in the background and everything. So if you book a yacht through us, we're going to work hard for you guys, and we're going to find the best thing and take care of all the stuff.
And I don't know if it's ugly.
It
It's
was the people. It was the people not being organised and thinking that.
So I think the key is thinking that Croatia is America,
Or
is
that it's home.
Caribbean, or it's home,
That it's home.
and it's not.
Yeah,
And
it's really not.
like any holiday, it's one Croatia you have to prepare for, and you can't just leave it till the last minute,
No.
and you can't just think, I'll do my provisioning in the
So one example of that was when someone books with us. All right. So here's the boat, and when we're thinking about picking your yacht, we're thinking about all of the different aspects that you're going to have to deal with. Someone from a driving country that they're going to drive here, not so many issues around provisioning, where they're going to, how they're going to get to the marina from the airport, obviously, because they're driving. All of those, it's a little bit different. When you're flying in, and then you book a yacht in Marina Kremik, which is in between Rogasnice and Premošten, and it's in the middle of nowhere effectively. It's only taxis or Ubers or hire cars, whatever it is. Uber's not that great here. Just get it through your head.
it's not that it's not that great. It's just not around.
It's just, yeah, but that's what I mean. It's like when you get it, it's fine, but it's not that great. So people not listening when we say, okay, that's cool. This is a Marina Kremik. You need to think about provisioning, blah, blah. Oh yeah, we'll just do it when we get there. Okay, but timing, oh yeah, it's fine. Just all the information we give to you, it's not working. And then arriving and going, oh, we thought we could provision. There's no supermarket here, there's only a small shop. That was the ugly. That was the,
or leaving transfers
frustration.
and then wondering why they couldn't get anything.
Yeah.
Because yes, you do have a buses from the airport. You do
Yeah.
have great services
Yeah.
from the airport, but sometimes it doesn't fit with your flight, or it doesn't. And it's
That's it.
learning about these things or asking questions.
Yeah, and it's the age of, if you're a seasoned charterer, you know that you're probably not going to get on your boat unless you order early check-in until about 4 or 5, especially if it's peak season. And then, if you do get on your boat, like, when are you going to do provisioning? You're going to do it in the morning, and then you're going to sit at the marina with all of your cold goods that need refrigerating. How are you going to manage all this? How are you going to get from A to B? And if you don't go early for your provisioning, then you're going to miss out on all the good stuff because so it's all those little bits of logistics. And this is why we started offering our provisioning services that is also built into our bareboat concierge and all that. So just that was one of the things we go. But we also had one particular week.
So one good, bad, and ugly.
One good, bad, and ugly. It was all three. And we actually did our last live stream. I think it was our last live stream, which was in Marina Martinez Marquez in Maslenica, and I talked about this charter that was that had gone really wrong for some people. I just got a beep. Is it anything I need to worry about? Jim Hartley. No, it's fine. Jim, if you're watching the live stream, I'll get to that soon. And
Can you find me the link to?
I've got it.
Oh, cool.
Colin's the review. All right, so
And so I think this is a great example for anyone chartering.
okay, so let's see if I share my screen, will it work?
So I mean, it started off that they were late
didn't work.
charterers.
It started off
so like
late,
they
yes, so it
came
was a
and
late
they wanted
booking,
a charter within like
Yep.
3 weeks,
and they
which
wanted a
is
Wednesday
fine.
to Wednesday.
And they wanted to capture a certain date.
So
Yeah, for their anniversary.
yeah,
So
we went on a hunt.
yep, and we had one with our preferred supplier
Yep.
and one not with a preferred. We didn't know this other charter company.
Yeah.
Very similar. The boat was pretty new, so together but very clear. We did not know this charter company, but they took the other yacht, which was fine. That's fine.
I broke something. There we go. Yeah. So they took the one and said, look, we don't know. There's a boat that we know, blah, 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 but the configuration wasn't confirmed as exactly right. So, okay, they said, no, we'll take the other one. We know boats,
Yeah.
we know that. And I completely agree with them. They were sailors, they knew what they're
Yeah.
doing, they know
there's-
boats have problems. And boats have problems, that's it. The best boats have problems. Every week we go out on our beautiful Mila Felice, that's not ours, but it's mine. There's always going to be at least one or two problems. That's boats. So they knew that.
And then they got on it.
And then they got on it.
No. So first off, I'm going to
No.
talk about no. It was
No,
that's we forgotten about
that
it.
one. That's right.
Yes.
The licenses.
The licenses.
Oh, that's right. We had a big chat about that. And since then, actually, since that live stream, because someone put on the question on the live stream, oh, that's wrong, Nick. Only this person has to. No.
Okay,
I'm
so
not
that's another
explaining
whole
myself.
story.
That's another
Yeah,
whole
but so
story. We're
that's
not going to
ano-
go into that.
So basically, they got we had a fight over licenses
We
with them.
had a fight over licenses, and so then the client showed up, having followed our advice and done and what they had to do was get their VHF license again, despite the fact that they've been sailing for 30 years and they had a VHF license.
made
they
them
no
go get
longer
their
got it.
original.
And I said, this is what we suggest because this is what you need. So they spent days doing a VHF course, whatever. And they did all that. And then when they arrived at the charter company, the charter company told them, no, you don't need that. Your daughters would have been fine.
And your daughter's underage.
And
Yeah.
their daughter was under 18, had a VHF license, sure, but was not the skipper. It is required that the skipper
Okay, so
has
just
a
finish the
VHF
story
license.
first.
So that put the client on the back foot with us, saying that we had wasted their time and given them the
money.
wrong information and their money and all of this,
Yep.
because we'd given them the wrong information. Now I stood my ground with that because I've read the law. I know what's needed and I know what's best for them if customs or police pull them over, and I stood my ground on that. So
And so that was number one.
that was number one.
Number two, they got on the yacht. They were very good. So he did
Yep.
video it. He went through, did exactly
Did the whole
like
walkthrough. Yep.
we told him to do, and it seemed okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
There's a few issues there,
some little issues.
but not everything was videoed, and
Yeah.
there was a few explanations there that could have been crossed wires and lost in translation. And Graham Toes is here. Hello, Graham. We've already talked about
Yeah,
you.
we've
I think
talked
you're
about
late
you.
to it. Yeah. So that happened. That was cool.
And so then the first night,
Then they go out. First night out. Late out of the marina. Get across to the other side. Things aren't working. Swim platforms aren't going up and down right.
And then
It
basically what?
and it just kept going. And then once you have some problems, you then see a problem in everything. That's not a dig at the client. That's the fact that you see all the problems because you start micro looking at it. And
you didn't have to micro look at
no,
toilets
you didn't.
blocking.
No, and then they had toilets blocked. A 56-foot yacht with one holding tank. It's in charter. It's in survey for 12 people. One 40-litre holding tank. That is not okay. That is not a charter-ready boat. That is not. It's not okay. No. That was one of the things.
Well, that was one of the things, and then they had to wait. So that first night, then they had to wait at wherever they were. Where
they went to Netuam the first morning, then they had to wait there for the technician to come out for most of the day.
Which is great, because I mean, the charter company did respond well. They came out, it was really good.
They really did. The technicians put in all the effort they could to come out and do these things, but anyway.
It's still stuffed up their day.
It's still stuffed up.
They then went on to their next port.
And
was that when there was like...
the generator.
Yeah.
The generator. Okay. They had issues with the generator not working. Okay, cool. But dangerous. There was an open spark. It was bad. It was really bad. The technician that they called out, which was not part of the charter company, oi, you're spilling drinks everywhere. It's not part of the charter company. Was visibly shaken by what he saw inside. Anyway, so that was a bad thing.
Yeah.
And at this point, I'm saying this boat's not fit for charter. I've talked to the charter company and saying, I'm really not happy with this. What are you going to do about it? We're pushing. There's obviously going to be a bit of button heads there, and I'm trying to be that bad guy because that's what we do for you. And then we were also on bareboat assist with these guys, so I'm working on getting them into ports and everything. Then at that point, it didn't look like things were going to get fixed. We gave them a deadline. You've got to do this, within contractual rights. You've got to do this within this time, or I'm getting them off the boat because it's not safe. You've got sewage coming out in the wrong places and sparks inside an engine. It's dangerous. It's just dangerous. Get them off the boat. So we were right then ready to.
Well, number one, bail them out. We found them.
Bail them out. We found accommodation. We just we needed them to be off this boat. Yacht. I then had Mila Felice, our boat, who happened to be free, on standby to do the next 5 days for them because I just needed them on a boat that I knew was perfect, perfect, good and up to standard. So.
But give hands off to the clients. They stuck with it.
Hats off to the clients. They
kept
did.
Going.
They pushed and they did it and they didn't let it get them down to the point where they didn't enjoy their week.
Yeah.
And they had a good week. We got through the rest of the week. There was still issues. There was engine. There was issues. There was another 3 call-outs every day, and that's just a sign of a boat. And that's why when we book you guys a boat, we book you a boat that we can vouch for.
And I mean that was a good thing out of it. He realised that next time he's going to charter with us.
Yeah.
Through a preferred charter company.
So that was and then so what?
Okay,
what started that?
But then come round to licenses.
Okay.
So then, like after the charter, he was still a bit that we made this big deal about licenses. So, and hands off again to the charter company because then the charter company then went to a lawyer and actually went and got a legal opinion on whether we were right or they were right.
So
and they were very good to be able to say, which not many charter companies would, to the client, we're wrong.
That's it. And they came back and said, look, we were wrong. And it turns out this is the case because we wanted to dig into it because I was very emphatic that this is how I'm going to, and I'm not coming back on that. I'm not going to, and I said to my client, I'm not changing what I advise people to do and my stance on this because whatever.
Well,
and then the charter company came back to them and then they came back to us and says, look,
the key to it is you do need your original license when you charter in Croatia. You
need a license for the boat, and you must have a VHF license.
You have to have a VHF license, and the skipper must have a VHF license, not someone else on the yacht.
And I would guarantee you, common practice is that they say anyone on the boat can have it, because this is how the law is interpreted by different people and language barriers and everything. But as it's written, and as it actually is, the skipper must have that license. So you may have gotten away with someone on the boat having a VHF license before. You may have even gotten away with, I don't know what you've gotten away with, but...
And charter companies will do it.
And they'll do it, and they need the charters. But the reality is, when you get stopped, or worse, like you're not really going to get stopped that much in Croatia. It's unlikely this, but especially in the charter season. But if you get into an accident, or if you have an issue or anything like that, and then the police are going to get involved, and the harbour master and all that, and they'll come, right, cool, Documentation for the boat, thank you. Invoice for the charter, thank you. Skipper's license, VHF license. If it's not all in line, that's not good. And that could void your insurance to certain things as well. So just be very careful and please, consider that.
Well, and to realise the difference between what a charter company says and what the law says
Yeah,
can be two different things.
that's the one. So 45 Degree Sailing is here to advise you as best we can to make sure that all these things get taken care of before you arrive.
And
Because
Graham's
I've
got a message.
also had people come back. I've been sitting in the marina when people got turned down on their charter, which
Yeah.
they have to pay for, or they have to hire a skipper because they don't have their original license there. Because some charter companies actually follow the law and say, I must cite your original license. So
And
please
some
be
don't.
careful of that. So Graham said, it took 3 days for the tech to show up. For us, wasn't a big deal as we planned to be in Korchula for the time anyways. Showed up right before we left for Mia. I remember that because Graham was on Bareboat Assist with us and we planned for him to leave out of there at like 10 o'clock and the tech shows up right before then, and then takes 2 hours to fix the problem. So that was a real shame. And that was a winch that needed to be serviced. And this stuff happens. So maybe the winch had a hard time through the season at that point. Graham was September, October. So, but
And
still,
can I button and add?
Well,
the
you
one
will
good-
anyway.
Yeah, no, so I am. Anyway, the one good thing, and I've forgotten, I told you not to keep butting in on me. Just let me go with the flow, man. So we'll do another video on that.
one more.
I don't know, I've forgotten.
Very good. All right, that's our good,
Oh, you've got to just-
good, bad, and the ugly. Now I wanted to be excited because I can't hold it any longer.
Yeah, but it was good.
There's another good. It'll come back. You'll button again, and then I'll button, and you'll forget it again. Oh look, Rokuta's paddleboarding. She doesn't care if there's no water. Oh, I'm off. I can walk on water. So, excited. We're taking a. It's a big risk for me. It feels like a big risk for me.
It is a big risk.
It's a big risk for us, but stuff it. We're all in. We want to be in. We're all in. So here's my big risk. Here's
so
our big
here
plan.
to the end. Are you going to finish after
You're
this?
here to the end. No, I'm not finishing after this.
Oh,
but
you
whatever.
said listen to the end.
Well, I don't give a shit. All right, so there's no one here anyway. They have to watch it later. Oh, we got 10 people. Bareboat charter. If you're looking to charter in Croatia next year, 2024, here's what we're doing. We are an agent for chartering. If you don't know this, I'm going to put this part on YouTube again so that when people didn't watch our live stream, that's fine. We're an agent for chartering. So if you want to book a boat in Croatia, it's what we've just been talking about. Come to us, cost you no extra because the commission for us is a little bit and it's built in, but we make our money out of the Bareboat Assist and all that stuff. Anyway, if you book your charter through 45 Degree Sailing before the end of December in 2023, this December, which is in 2.5 months' time. Is that right? Yeah,
Yep.
2.5 months' time. Everyone that books their charter with 45 Degree Sailing before the end of December is going to go into the draw to win their charter back.
Okay,
That's
can I add?
right.
Can I add?
Mic
though?
drop.
I want to add.
Go on, add.
And
And,
if you refer a friend,
yeah,
you get another entry into the draw
yes. So
if they book a charter with us.
now look at this in simple terms. How many bareboat charters did we do last season?
16.
16. We did 16 bareboat charters last season. We're going to do 166 this year. That's the plan. Now, 1 in 166 is pretty good odds to win back up to 5,000 euros back for your charter. So that's in the terms and conditions, like, right, we're going to win that charter back, but it's up to the value of 5,000 euros. So if you do a 3-week charter and it's 25 grand, I just can't do it. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. But anyone who charters will win up to, so if your charter's 3.5, you get all of it. If your charter's 5.5, you'll get 5. And if you refer someone, so I refer Anna ends up going, okay, yep, and she charters as well. Now you've got 2 entries into that charter, okay, so into that group. So the odds of this are going to end up like you've got a 1 in like 150, 1 in 180, 1 in 200 chance of winning 5,000 euros, up to 5,000 euros back.
And
That's pretty cool.
You skippering for 3 weeks.
What?
You have to skip it for 3 weeks to get the $5,000 given back.
Oh yeah, I've got to
Yeah,
work.
you know,
I've
that's
got to
why-
find that
that's why
money to
you're
give it
finding
back.
it hard.
No,
I
what
don't-
I was going to say is it'll be even less because this is by the end of December. So we'll probably only take 50%, 60% of our charters.
No, we're going to do 100.
Shut up!
We're going to
But-
do the whole freaking lot.
Anyway, yeah. So, Graham Toast says, I am into this. 100%. I think that, so we're really
Yes,
excited about
and
this.
so this is for anyone that rebooks.
And yeah, if you
Yeah, so
rebook,
all of our clients that
yep,
want to rebook.
this
for
is not just
2024.
new clients. Absolutely. If you booked with us before, if you're booking next year and you book before the end of December 2023 for your 2024 charter, you go into this draw to win up to 5,000 euros back, your charter back. And I think that's pretty cool. So,
Can
that was the
someone talk to
exciting
Graham?
part.
Because he looks a bit lonely.
oh yeah, no one else is in the comments. Blair, David, jump on and comment. I'm feeling very uncommented on. We've still got 9 people watch, that's fine. Okay, so that was cool. There's another page of, where's your page?
Oh, it's on the
Oh, is
floor
it here?
somewhere.
Did you fold it up into little bits and I threw it at Mahina?
Yeah,
Oh crap.
you did.
Why did you fold it up into little bits?
Why did you throw it?
Mahina says, hi Nick. Hi babe. Hi. All right, excellent. So here's the notes.
That's it.
Have we said it all?
Yep.
That was Callum. This was one of the things we talked about in like places like Stadigrad on Hvar is such a good hold for heavy weather. It's a cool town to be in. It's a popular spot. And when the weather turns bad, northeast, southeast, and it's like there's a couple of days, people get scared of leaving. And I mean, look, I'm not knocking your decision to stay in the port. If you're a fresh skipper, or maybe just with your family or whatever, and you just like, you know what, I don't want to leave because there's a chance there's 25 knots out there and I'm not ready for it. That's a good decision. That's absolutely great. But this is what happens when ABC Gang's here watching and listening. You're going to charter next year? Graham Toe says, hey Mahina, I miss you all. It was an incredible trip. Can't wait to come back and win his charter back. That's an absolutely fine decision. But what happens with bookings and with these crowds trying to get in to places like Stadigrad when the weather turns bad is no one moves. And so that can be it's a chain reaction thing that happens. So we've got 100 boats, we've got 50 boats in one port, and they decide, you know what, we're not going anywhere. And so you've got 50 boats or 20 boats in this other port that we're planning on maybe going to this port or another one. And then they go, well, shoot, I've heard no one's moving from Stadigrad, so I'm not going anywhere either because this is my stronghold. And then it's just a chain reaction effect. So we've had days where we've been in ports for two nights because we're like, well, I'm happy to sail out. If you want to stay, that's absolutely fine. But I'm happy to sail out for 20, 30, whatever it might be because of where I want to go. But I've got nowhere to get into. So then you're looking at anchorages, you're looking at somewhere else.
Can I just ask, since
absolutely.
Graham is on
Yep,
board,
yep, Graham's here.
is to ask him what was the best thing with Bareboat Assist?
Yes, Graham. What was the best thing about Bareboat Assist? Can you weigh in on that now for us? Since you were
Because it is still new to us.
2-week Bareboat Assist this year, and it's new to us.
And he's a sailor, so it's not like...
It's not like you need help putting your mainsail up, okay? And I mean, that's what Bareboat Assist is also there about, is I'm there to answer any questions you've got around the boat, around decisions. Hey Nick, it's 25 knots. Do you think I should go out there with 2 reefs or 1 reef or whatever? I'm there for that as well. But Graham doesn't need that. Okay. So Graham, what was the best thing for you for Bareboat Assist? That would be good to know. Will do.
Oh, he's babysitting.
Milo is here and Pauline is working. Very good, very good.
So
I tried to put the life jacket on Ro, but it's just swallowing her up at the moment. So it might be 8 months before she pushes into it, but I'm super excited. Graham was here with his 18-month-old son, and he was on the boat with his life jacket and all that. We are going to eventually do a video on infant life jackets because we're going to get a few, review them and see how they work. I'm going to throw my daughter in the pool, different places, and see if she floats or sinks. But yeah, that's it. The Gong Show. So Graham says, what was the best thing about Bareboat Assist? And he says the Gong Show of a first night. So what happened first night? Here we go. Okay. On the first night of Graham's charter, Saturday night, we've done his itinerary plan, we've done his Bareboat Assist. Now,
we took him to what is usually the best.
Yeah, like there's a first night, and it's what we do with a lot of our premium tours. I'm not going to tell you what it is right now. But the first night, he was going to be there, and because I was out on a premium tour, wasn't I?
Yes.
Yeah, on a premium tour. I was going to be there as well. So cool. So we had moorings booked, we had dinner, it was great and everything. And then, and it was a good, like, it was a decent sail over. Like, we had 27 to 33 knots on the way over. He motored over to keep the family, you know, just like chilling out. There's a few seasick people. Got in nice and flat in the harbour. Cool. Now,
Have we gone again?
there was a small wave. There was a small wave coming into the bay. No, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. There was a small wave coming into the bay, and I was like, you know what? I'm looking at the forecast, and I think this is going to be one of those nights where the wind swings around, and we end up at 2 a.m. in a bumpy mooring. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and anchor over there, tucked in around the corner so the northeast doesn't get me. And I think it would be a good idea for you guys too. And if we do it early, I can help you. It was dark already, but I can help you, you know, whatever like this. So here's my advice on this night. Good, take it or leave it. You'll be safe on the mooring, but you might not be comfortable. And so we did that. I went out, he prepared, he went out. I dropped anchor, I dug in hard, it was great. Then he came along, I actually met him on my dinghy because his experience in sailing and everything was not a lot doing this, especially not at night. So I jumped on board with them and we went over and found an anchorage and we put his anchor down, put heaps of chain out and we dug it in and it was good. It was really good and we sat really well. And so that was great. And then 4 hours later, in flat water, it was lovely. It got out of that little wave. 4 hours later, the wind did a 180. Did an absolute 180, came straight into the bay and started pushing us the other way. Now we all swung on our anchors and we reset and it was okay. We were solid. The 58 footer in front of me was dragging a little bit, getting closer to me, but it was seeming okay. And then, and this is like 2 in the morning. And then Graham he reset and that was fine. Then the wind did another 180. We're talking up to 25 knots. It did another 180. And then it went the other way and his anchor dragged a bit. We saw him on his GPS track and then it reset and it was okay. But it was just getting, and I mean, he was in a 42 footer. So Mila Felice at 55 feet, she was sitting there okay, but was still getting tossed around a bit, but we stayed on anchor. Graham was on a 42 footer with the family. They were just getting tossed around a little bit more. So he decided that he was going to get too close to us. So he picked up and he went and anchored over the other side. That didn't work out. He picked up again and came back and then the wind changed back and then we were all okay. So, but it was there, I was up all night with them, keeping an eye on their position. We had their position shared with me so I could check that. And that was our gong show of the first night. So, yeah. Now I'm not going to be there on every Bareboat Assist in the same bay. Yeah. Okay, that was a one-time thing. But I will be available on the phone if you're having that issue.
But then, okay, sure. So I like his next comment, what the best thing was
the recommendations
and having things sorted ahead of time.
That's the one.
And it was changing it because the one thing
we did
I loved about Graham, because
yeah.
he's decided to stay 2 nights, he didn't necessarily follow his itinerary plan, which is great.
Yeah.
But then we were able to adjust with him.
That's the one.
And still give him great service.
Yeah. So
I think
that was our Bareboat. Yeah, I hope. Well, it went down pretty well. And Graham, I pumped up the paddleboard just now with Blair, 17 psi. The leak is in the bottom off an old repair. So it must have just happened again. Anyway, so I'll get that,
so
get that
JP
fixed
Dalton.
again. JP Dalton's here. Hi guys, can I just say a huge thanks to Nick and the team for all the help, particularly the videos. We got back a couple of weeks ago from our first ever charter and had an amazing experience. Excellent, and I made our crew watch the docking videos and we were like a well-oiled machine. Perfect. I love that. So no, JP, it was great to, and when we bumped into them at the Browns Beach House hotel that evening in there.
Cool.
So that was really, really cool. So no, thank you, JP. Thank you, JP. And we've got Gordon Mirkovitz here. Okay, part 1. That means there must be part 2 coming. Hi Nick, this is off topic, but thank you. I skippered the sailing boat for the first time ever on my own this summer. Bavaria 49, older boat, nice. Next one. Part 2. Part 2's gone. Part 2. Part 2's gone again.
Yeah.
Oh, I made it really small. Check I.
Do you want me to read it?
Just shush you.
Oh my goodness.
Part 2. Thanks for your invaluable lessons and sailing tips, especially docking maneuvers. I haven't had one single issue docking. I used all. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Oh, get applause from these guys. There we go. I've got my applause button. Go again.
Yay, don't get us happy.
Yeah, Oh well, good on you. Got the whole family assistance here. Part 3. Oh, part three. Part 3.
Then
That
I
I can
can
remember
remember.
your advices and strategies for docking. Thank you so much. Oh look, that is absolutely great. So thank you so much for that comment, and I'm stoked that those have worked out for you. And we've had a lot of comments and feedback on the videos. So look, if you think they're helpful, please share them. Share them with everyone.
Mooring.
They're free. What's that?
Med mooring.
And David's saying with thumbs up, he's saying med mooring.
Med mooring.
Oh, the med mooring video, yeah.
Well, not just the video. we
Stand
did-
by, stand by, stand by. No, just catch. There you go. Speaking of that.
Okay. No, but just saying med mooring because we did it on the Sharpen Up Flotilla in May,
Yep.
and then I've used it in Greece, I don't know, 20 times without any major issues whatsoever. And watching other people doing it is good entertainment. To be nice. It is. I filmed a few times, as you saw. But yeah.
What's the one biggest thing about that med mooring? I'm going to link the video
Yeah, you link
in
the
the
video.
comments. What's the one biggest tip on that med mooring that you like?
The tip is getting your anchor position right to start with, because and then when you're motoring back is keeping some tension on that chain, because that then controls your bow as you're going back.
Yeah.
And if you use that, then even if with a crosswind, you can lay the chain out.
Yeah.
And if need be, before you actually go into your berth, you can actually stop, dig your anchor in, and then go forwards so that you regain steerage and go back into your berth.
Absolutely.
So it's so much easier to control the boat, and certainly when I've been doing it solo,
Yeah.
then you haven't got someone else running around doing stuff for you.
Yeah.
So that makes it so much easier. So getting that position of the anchor drop first, the pre-drop, and then onto the bed, then that's the stressful part. The rest is dead easy.
Well, that whole thing with the pre-drop, as in pre-drop is, and if you watch the video, you'll see that I say, right, as you're moving back, not when you're in position, well before you're in position. If you're in 15 meters of water, pre-drop 10 meters, and it's hanging down in the water. And if you're in reverse, just slowly and in control, 1, you're not drifting out of control. 2, you can still maneuver yourself into the right position so that when you want to put the anchor on the seabed, it only takes 5 seconds to drop another 3 or 4 meters than it does to take the 30 seconds to drop, or whatever you want it, 25 seconds, whatever, to drop the whole 15 meters to get it on the ground. By the time you say, hey, we're in the right spot, drop 15 meters of anchor, you've already drifted off it. So that pre-drop is what we're talking about there as well. So yeah, brilliant.
No, but that was a great one.
Excellent, thank you. So yeah, that's, go on. Hup, bah.
Yeah, I don't need it.
Oh, you don't need it now? So that's pretty much. And what did Graham say? Glad you found it. Oh, the leak. Yeah, the leak in the way. So look, if you've got any, we're going to sign off shortly. I'm going to have a drink of water.
Dalton.
Oh, is JP back?
Yep.
Where? Oh, there. Hey. It was just me and my wife for the second week, and we had a buoy which was difficult to grab with the boat hook, so we reversed up, as in David's video. There we go. As in David's video. It's now your video.
I'm a little bit better now that I've actually practiced.
So we'll do a part
That was his first time. It was his first time. David's on the flotilla this week on a different boat, so we'll see if he can do it on a different boat.
Twin rudder boat as well.
And I've no idea what anyone does it the other way. So
Exactly. I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
Why do it any
why
other
do it
way?
any other way? That's the one. I mean,
Do it Nick's way. It's a stress-free way.
yeah, it is.
Not
It is.
David's way, sorry.
Do it
David's
David's way.
way.
Do it David's way. All right, we got Jane Rollida here. I single-handed for the first time in my life this summer. Your tips and the videos are invaluable. Thanks so much. That's great.
Well done.
Great, Jane. Well done.
see
Yeah,
someone on the-
I'm showing you every time you say well done now. Yay. I'm going to give another applause. There we go. Hey. Can we get Okura up here for a clap?
Solo is the best way.
Oh, hang on. There she is. Oh, no. It's going to run out.
She's finished.
Okura. Yay. This is great. I've got a new applause button. It's my daughter. So Jane, that is brilliant. Well done on that. Who have we got here? Danielle
Is she
Torelli.
in Croatia though? So she'd have to come to Croatia.
Yeah, Jane, where were you sailing? I'd love to know where you were sailing. Danielle, greetings from the other side of the Adriatic Sea. Love your videos. Can't wait to be back in
Yeah.
Croatia. What's on the other side of the Adriatic Sea?
I don't know. How do I know?
Black hole.
Black hole.
What's the closest country over the water?
Italy.
There we go, Italy.
That's a black hole.
That's excellent. Thank you very much, Danielle. Love. Hey, Nick, you're going to be around Trolley on the 28th of October.
Yes.
I remember that question.
Yep,
28th
so
of
she was in
October.
Croatia. Jane.
Jane was in Croatia.
Yep.
That's great. Lovro, am I going to be around the 28th? I remember you asking that, and that was to do with something with, is it your new boat arriving or something like that? Possibly. I think so. I think we're going to be here. Send us a message. Email us. Lovro, you need to email us. You can email us at team@45degreessailing.com. And whatever that is, and if we can come on and do it, whatever it is, get in touch with us, and then we can catch up with you and possibly get on the boat like you talked about. So I think we are going to be around.
Jane was in Croatia.
Yep, Jane was in Croatia.
Started at Ognisnica,
Brilliant.
yes.
Started at Ognisnica. Very nice. All right. And yes, Danielle. Yeah. Oh, over the other Adriatic is Italy. It's very good. Italy on the side. Excellent. No, that's brilliant, guys. Look, thank you everyone for showing up to our possibly most disorganized 45D weekly live. I've had worse.
Oh yes.
Love it. Oh,
And
all
we're
right.
people doing more group.
There's the team. Just yeah.
Thank you for the gin.
Thank you for the gin. Yeah. Hey. Call it gin time. 45D weekly gins.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
Talked about, yes.
Yeah. I'm empty.
can we get top ups?
Well, yeah.
I thought, where's Stephen? Anyway,
Yeah.
so we'll be back.
There you go.
Kind of from now on. We'll be back for the 45D weeklies. We will
Wait till
do
the
a
next
weekly
week.
live next week. I don't know if it'll be on Friday or if it'll be on Thursday. I don't know when it'll be because we're on the 45D Sharpen Up Flotilla right here. So a couple of things about the Sharpen Up Flotilla.
So you're going to do it from the top of the mast?
It's amazing that everyone got in. We've got 5 boats going out this week. I'm
just
really
filled
stoked
up.
about
It
that.
was-
It
yeah.
just filled up, which is great. And then another boat came available, but I just didn't get the headspace to market it. Anyway, we've put up the dates already for next year's flotillas, the 4th to the 11th of May,
Yes.
and then another one October 12th to the 19th. Okay. We are going to push those straight after this flotilla. We're going to start pushing those dates, and we're going to book those out as soon as possible because we want to get more organized around this. We want to get more stuff. David over here is helping me with the course cards and everything like that. Hey! We've got some new ideas for the flotilla coming up as well. Blair's got something to add. Question.
Can, as part of your promotional, when you're charter back, can somebody charter a position on the flotilla and that include as part of their entry?
Yeah.
No.
Their vessel?
No.
So, Blair, no.
question,
But good
no.
question. Blair asked, with the bareboat charter, can someone charter a boat on the flotilla, and is that part of their entry for their charter?
And I'll think about that after Christmas. It doesn't fit with the model.
It doesn't fit at the moment. We have a really hard time making any money. I'll be honest. On a Sharpen Up flotilla, they're kind of just like I want to help people out. I want to do this, and we have we've got 170 horsepower rib this time to go around, so I can get around and give people more time. We keep it to 5 boats so that you've got this intimate time and it's not this big flotilla. We keep it to only 5 boats. So at the moment, no, that won't
And that's
count
a good
because I just
question.
can't afford it. But it's a great question, and as Anna says, look to us after December to ask that question. But I will be trying to fill up the flotilla before December. So but
And
not
it
not
could
for that
be-
one.
Yeah, we just have to.
Oh, look at this. And if you're coming on the flotilla, we've got some brand new stickers. Woo, coming up. Brand new stickers that we've got here. Here you go. That are going to be available. Oh, and t-shirts. Thank you, Okuda. We've got t-shirts as well. And, thank you. Another one.
I'll help.
What else are you showing me? Oh my gosh. Just all of it. I did say, oh, okay, there's more. Those are the same ones. Yay. There's my influence button. Yay. We got t-shirts. So anyway, got lots of stuff. So
Jane's actually got a question.
Jane's got a question here. Would love to know how you stabilize to the bow. How you stabilize to bow. The bow when you left the dock in 30 knots crosswind. When I did it, Jade, is that when I did it single-handed? Is that the leaving the dock in 40 knots video? Is that one? because I'm not going to say I cheated on that. I got creative because it was, Taro, there we go. Come on, grab one. I've got to answer another question. No, you're gone good. That was leaving the dock in Miet. No boat next to me, but a very sharp concrete pier about 2 meters away. And when to stabilize that bow, I looked at it as much as possible. And I was like, how am I going to do this? And with a twin rudder boat, the power against that line with 30, and it was 30 to 33 knots on the beam, and it was just pushing it. I was not confident that I could get out of there after releasing that bow line. So what I did was I took the lazy line end off. I talked to the guy at the restaurant there. I said, look, this is what I'm going to do. I took the lazy line end off, and I put all of that spare line up and put it onto my bow so it couldn't get caught in any of my propellers or anything. And then I left it on. And then I cleared all my other lines while powering against my stern windward line. And then we dumped that line last minute, and I just gunned it out of there because I needed to clear that pier. But there was not enough time, in my opinion, to be able to get off there single-handed and leave that line attached to the lazy line. So I stabilized it by leaving the bow line on, punched clear of the concrete pier, and then lost all the power and let the boat settle down like I was on a swing mooring with a really long line. I then took that off. I put a float on the lazy line for the guy at the restaurant to just come out in his dinghy and retrieve it. I just had to get creative with that because I looked at it from a bunch of different angles and I was like, this is too risky. It's just too risky. It'd be better off staying and waiting that out than trying to do that with dumping that line off. So that was how I did it in that case.
And that would make a great video, Mr.
And that would make it, I've got to do, okay, I need to do, yes, the things are cool. No, you're not writing the card for that one. I need to do a commentary on that.
Yeah,
so
on
that's
that one.
I will do a commentary on that. So but that's how I did it. Lovely, so my new boat's arriving next spring. This autumn I'm just sailing around on my older boat. That's right. And we'll reach out to you in spring so that we can do a review on the brand new Vera 4624. That would be great. I'm sorry. And I remember you saying you're going out with your mates and maybe I could come sailing with you. So look, send that email, hit us up, and if I'm around, definitely come down and see you guys and see you off. Or maybe I'll get to come out for a day and I'll jump off somewhere. We'll see. But that would be really, really cool of it. By the way, my new boat is a special 45 years anniversary edition of the Bavaria 46. That's worth a video. I'm down for that. Graham Toes, do you want to be unsubscribed by the creator? Do you want to be completely cut off with this comment, Graham? I'm going to make it bigger just so that we know what's going on. I heard you wanted four to be catamarans for Sharpen Up in May. 4 to be catamarans? No, I don't want 4 catamarans for Sharpen Up in May. We have one catamaran on.
You're testing it.
We're testing it. We're going to see how it goes, just to see, because I want to be able to give the best service we can. So we've got one catamaran on this one, and if it doesn't sink and if it can keep up. I mean, it's a 45-foot leopard. It's a nice boat. It should be absolutely lovely. But we're just going to see how it works in working with the other boats to make sure that it's going to work in with the skills and that everyone's going to get out of it what they want to. And then in the end, if there is enough interest and people want to run a Sharpen Up, 45D Sharpen Up catamaran flotilla, then I will look at that. I will look at that. That's a really expensive game, so it won't be. It won't be cheap because catamarans aren't cheap. But yeah, we can look at doing something like that. But no, Graham, I don't want those. At Graham Tell Milo, I'll leave you behind extra. Super idea, respect. Yeah, thanks, Jane. It was just like, it was still a risk, but this was a much less risk. So yeah. Thanks, Graham. All right, look, that's I think that's about it. We've got to go.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, super thanks.
Yes, please, if you're still watching and you haven't liked the video yet, like on that, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of this crap. And if you want to...
Please, Bearboat Charter, win it for free. Bearboat Charter, win it for free.
Yeah, the Bearboat Charter, jump in, get in touch with us, see if we can help you out with getting the boat for next week.
Yachts are booking up fast,
yeah,
so
and
let's get the best.
this is the time. This is the time right now to get in for that thing. We got... My baby's just jumping in the pool, it's fine. This is the time to get in and get that boat booked so you get the dates you want and you get the boats you want. Thank you very much for joining us. It's been great. We will see you next week in the 45D Live, and maybe I'll have some actual footage to be able to show you. No, that's a lie. I'm not going to do that. The following week I will. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Talk to you all soon. Oh, the applause. Hang on, where's David? There he is. Yeah, go. Everyone's gone.
And with that, cut.
59. There we go. 59 minutes. End broadcast.